Summers used to last forever. Now a whole year vanishes before you notice. Why? Time didn't speed up. Your brain changed how it records it. There's an explanation you can use. As kids, every week brought firsts, new places, faces, rules. As adults, many days repeat. So the same calendar year can feel thinner later. What did your brain change? First idea, proportional time. A year is a shrinking slice of your lived life. Roughly, 1 year is about 20% at age 5, but near 2% by 50. Second idea, memory density. Long spans feel longer when packed with distinct, meaningful events. Scientists think we reconstruct the past from stored changes. Novelty stretches remembered time, repetition compresses it. In the moment, novel, oddball events are often judged slightly longer than repeats. Think around a modest bump. But the bigger speed-up reports appear when we look back over years, where memory density matters more. Put together, shrinking slices and sparser memories explain why adulthood can feel thinner than childhood. To slow a year down in hindsight, add firsts and meaning, the lever you actually control. Picture your life as slices that shrink with age. Early years take up a larger share of the whole. That scaling can't change the clock, but it changes how big each year feels inside your story. There are two ways we judge time, in the moment and in hindsight, and they behave differently. Watching the clock stretches now, remembered length grows with the number of distinct changes your brain stored. Compare 2 months, one packed with firsts, one copy-pasted. People usually remember the varied month as longer. Same hours lived, different memory density. More distinct contexts give your brain more anchors to rebuild the story. As we age, brains may mark fewer boundaries between unfolding events, creating longer, smoother chunks instead of many short ones. Fewer event ticks means fewer memory anchors to reconstruct a year, which can make the year feel thinner. Good news, you don't need a grand adventure. Small firsts, new route, recipe, class, face, add distinct anchors. Aim for meaningful change, not noise. Combine learning, effort, and emotion. Those ingredients tend to stick in memory. A simple rule, 1 meaningful first each week. That's 50 distinct anchors spread across a year. Keep routines for efficiency, but deliberately break pattern on a schedule. You'll build a thicker memory record without burning out. Now place those meaningful firsts across the year so gaps don't swallow everything between them. Clusters create bursts, but long, dry stretches blur together. Even spacing preserves more detail in memory. Choose changes with learning, effort, and emotion. Those ingredients usually leave sturdier traces than shallow variety. A tiny novelty that matters beats 10 forgettable tweaks. Context plus meaning gives the brain a reason to save. Context shifts work. New place, new people. New task constraints create distinct snapshots your memory can separate. Even close to home, swapping routes or settings adds boundaries your mind can find later. Here's the counterintuitive trick. Amplify beginnings and endings. Crisp edges carve extra event boundaries into the record. Name the start, mark the finish, review the change. Fewer, sharper chapters beat messy, continuous noise. Balance novelty with recovery. Too much churn becomes static, and the brain stops flagging repeats as special. Alternate heavier firsts with lighter ones, and leave white space so important anchors stand out. Pick 3 lanes, skill, place, people, and drop placeholder firsts across the coming months to spread anchors. This scaffolding readies a thicker year. Fill it with concrete, doable ideas you actually want. Start with the skill lane. Pick learnable firsts that demand practice and feel meaningful to you. Examples include a beginner lesson, a small project, or performing something new once for friendly stakes. Place lane. Swap environments to create contrast. Near betrayal, unfamiliar museum, sunrise in a different neighborhood. Micro-travel counts. Short changes in scenery reshape context enough to leave a distinct trace. People lane. Add fresh social circles. Volunteer shift, club meeting, or a standing coffee with someone new. Relationships add emotion and meaning, which typically makes experiences more memorable in retrospect. Lock in a quick start and finish ritual. Name the intention, Do the thing, then reflect for 1 minute. That small review helps your brain bind the event together, strengthening the memory without overcomplicating life. Protect necessary routines. Batch chores to free attention for anchors rather than crowding every day. Efficiency keeps you sane. Deliberate breaks in pattern keep the year from flattening into one smear. Every quarter, rebalance the 3 lanes. Keep what energizes, drop what faded, and fill obvious gaps. Distribution matters more than volume. Spread anchors across months so the record of the year stays thick. Lay your planned firsts onto a life ribbon where adult slices are thinner. You're not changing the clock, just thickening slim slices by adding distinct changes. Occasionally stack categories on one day: skill, place, people. To create a vivid peak, use peaks sparingly. Contrast keeps each one from blending into background buzz. Firsts decay into routines fast. Add a refresh switch when boredom appears. Change a rule, venue, partner, or goal so your brain flags a new boundary. Your brain isn't a camera. It's an editor that saves changes and trims repeats. So to feel a bigger year later, give the editor more meaningful cuts to keep. Chasing longer minutes rarely helps. Meaning beats minute, counting for remembered length. Spend attention on rich changes, not on staring at clocks. Set a tiny weekly cue. What single change will make next week unforgettable to you? Answer it once, schedule it, and protect the time. The record grows thicker. Turn that weekly cue into a simple quarter plan across skill, place, and people. Reserve specific weeks now. Spacing beats enthusiasm later when calendars get noisy. Protect anchors from drift with pre-commitments. Tiny deposits, buddy invites, or non-refundable tickets. External commitments raise follow-through, while leaving room for spontaneity inside the plan. After each first, capture a 30-second reflection. Who, where, and what felt new. Those details sharpen boundaries and make the story easier to rebuild later. Accept that some meaningful days feel effortful now, but expand the year later. You're trading present comfort for future richness. The 2 clocks rarely agree. Try recalling the last 12 weeks. You'll likely count distinct changes, not identical days. That's memory density in action, showing why distribution beats volume for a fuller quarter. As seasons change, refresh lanes. Swap outdoors indoors, daylight evening, solo group to keep contexts separable. Carry the cadence forward. Next quarter repeats the structure with new edges and anchors. Map the rest of the year by season so anchors don't clump or vanish. Aim for clear edges each month, then sprinkle firsts where slices look thinnest. Expect misses. Protect momentum with a miss-swap-keep rule instead of quitting. A week slips, swap to the next open slot and keep the cadence. During a first, aim attention at sights, sounds, and effort, not the clock. Rich details become retrieval cues later, thickening memory without stretching minutes. Run an autopilot audit. Name the routines that silently delete variance from your months. Batch necessities, then rewrite one constraint, route, timing, or company, to reintroduce contrast. Here's the lever in one line. More meaningful changes per thin slice equals a longer-feeling year. Shrinkage wasn't time. It was the record. You are the editor now. Use it. Lock the seasonal layout and pick the next 3 anchors you're genuinely excited to do. We'll carry this map into the final stretch and make the closing years feel bigger. Schedule 1 meaningful change for this week across your skill, place, and people lanes. Block time for it and treat it like a promise to your future memory. Judge progress by recall. Can you narrate this month without peeking at a calendar? If a clear story emerges from distinct moments, your memory density is rising. Select one personally meaningful milestone for the coming months you'll likely remember years from now. Layer skill, place, or people if it helps, but keep it rare so it stands out. Close each month with a brief look back that links your changes into one simple chapter. That closure sharpens boundaries and helps future you reconstruct the month with ease. The clock didn't speed up. Repetition just left fewer tracks in memory. Author meaningful change and you'll lay more tracks. The year feels fuller in hindsight. Pick one change you will do this week and say it aloud to someone supportive. A 1/3 takeaway makes the idea easy to share and remember. Time didn't accelerate. Your memory compresses repeats. Add meaningful firsts to expand how long a year feels. One line to keep. Raise the count of meaningful, distinct changes per thin slice, and the year feels larger in hindsight. Name one meaningful first you'll do this week, put it on the calendar, and tell a friend. If this clicked, share your first in the comments, and subscribe for more Notebook Doodle explainers.